Welcome to the Explainer. You know, there are few things more annoying than a warning light on your dashboard that just refuses to go away. Today, we're going to tackle a really common one for Nissan owners, that pesky forward emergency braking, or FEB, warning light. We'll break down why it's on and what you can actually do about it.
So if you've been driving around staring at this little symbol, you know the one it looks like two cars with a star between them, you're definitely in the right place. That light is supposed to be a good thing, but when it stays on, your car is trying to tell you something's up, and we're going to figure out exactly what that is.
Okay, so what is this FEB system anyway? Think of it like a second set of eyes on the road for you. It's a super important safety feature that's designed to see a potential crash and hit the brakes for you. But when that warning light is on constantly, it's basically shouting, hey, that safety net is offline. It means the system is either turned off or there's a problem we need to track down.
Now, before you start picturing huge repair bills, just hang on. There are a few really simple, totally free checks you could do yourself in like 5 minutes. And honestly, more often than not, the solution is way easier than you think.
Here are 3 quick things you can try right now. We'll start in the settings, then we'll get our hands a little dirty cleaning the sensors, and then we'll finish with the old classic restart. So first things first, let's just make sure the system wasn't turned off by mistake. Hop into your car's menu on the dashboard, look for something like Settings or Driver Assistance, and then find the Emergency Brake option. Just make sure it's switched on.
All right, next up, let's talk about the car's eyes. The whole FEB system depends on sensors to see what's happening. You've usually got a radar sensor right behind that big Nissan logo on your front grille, and there's also a camera up on your windshield, right near the rearview mirror.
And you would be amazed how often this is the fix. Seriously, a little bit of mud, some snow, or even a big bug splat can totally block the sensor's view and make the system throw an error. So just park the car somewhere safe, turn it off, and give those 2 spots a good gentle wipe down.
And for our last easy fix, yep, you guessed it, the one thing that solves half of all our tech problems, just turn it off and on again. After you've wiped down the sensors, just cycle the ignition, turn the car off, wait a beat, and turn it back on. Sometimes that's all it takes to clear a little software hiccup.
Okay, so you've checked the settings, you've cleaned the sensors, you've restarted the car, and that little light is still staring back at you. Don't worry. Now we're going to dig a little deeper into the more common underlying issues that might be going on. So, if the easy stuff didn't cut it, the problem usually comes down to one of these guys. We're moving past simple dirt and into things like physical sensor damage, weird electrical faults, or maybe even a part that's just gone bad.
You know that radar sensor in the grille? It has to be aimed perfectly straight to work right. And it doesn't take much. A little tap from another car in a parking lot, or even hitting some debris on the highway, can knock it just a tiny bit out of alignment. And that's enough to make the system fail its self-check and switch off.
The problem could also be a little electrical gremlin hiding somewhere. You know, this could be a wire that got frayed, a connector that's gotten a little corroded, or, and this is a common one, something as simple as a blown fuse. Anything that interrupts the signal between the sensor and the car's brain will cause it to fault out.
So this brings us to the big decision point. If you think it's a deeper issue, like a bad sensor, do you try to fix it yourself, or is it time to call in the professionals? Let's break down the options.
And here it is, the classic trade-off, right? Doing it yourself can for sure save you a good chunk of change on labor. But a pro shop or a dealership has these specialized diagnostic tools that can read the exact error code and know precisely what's wrong. So you're trading cost for certainty.
And just to give you a rough idea, if you're thinking about the DIY route because you suspect the sensor itself is broken, a new one is probably going to cost you somewhere between $129 and $172 online, and that's just for the part itself.
Now listen up, because this is probably the most important part. Even if you buy that brand new sensor and you install it perfectly, the system almost always needs to be recalibrated, and that takes special dealership equipment to aim the sensor just right. Without that final step, it's literally a coin toss whether the new part will even work.
All right, we've covered a ton of ground here, from a simple wipe down all the way to professional recalibration. So let's pull it all together and map out your next move to finally get that pesky warning light turned off for good.
So here's your game plan, your diagnostic journey all in a nutshell. You start with the easiest, cheapest stuff first. If that doesn't work, you understand the deeper potential issues, and then you make a smart call based on the cost and that big risk of needing a pro to finish the job anyway.
And that's really what it all boils down to, isn't it? Is that DIY repair worth the 50-50 risk? Now that you know what the part might cost, and you know there's a very real chance you'll end up at the dealership for recalibration, you can make a choice that's right for you, your wallet, and your peace of mind.